On March 27, 2025, Vladimir Putin addressed the Arctic Forum in Murmansk. He spoke of Russia's destiny as a leading Arctic power. Putin emphasized the need to strengthen Russia's position in the region. His words echoed with ambition, outlining a future where Russia dominates the Arctic. This vision, however, wasn't built solely on competition. Putin surprised many by extending an olive branch to the United States. He spoke of cooperation, a concept rarely uttered in the current geopolitical climate. Putin's words were carefully chosen, avoiding direct criticism of the U.S. This marked a stark contrast to previous years, where condemnation was the norm. Instead, he referenced Donald Trump's interest in Greenland. This historical anecdote served as a reminder of America's own Arctic ambitions. Putin's message was clear: Russia and the U.S. are not so different after all. Both nations see the Arctic's strategic and economic potential. This potential for cooperation has sparked debate. Some view it as a sign of thawing relations. Others remain skeptical. They see it as a tactical maneuver by Putin. The question remains, can the two nations overcome their differences and work together? The answer may lie in the icy waters of the Arctic. The Arctic is no stranger to geopolitical competition. The region's melting ice caps have opened up new shipping routes. This has intensified the scramble for resources and influence. Russia, with its vast Arctic coastline, sees itself as a key player. The U.S., with its own Arctic interests, is also vying for a dominant role. This competition has been exacerbated by the war in Ukraine. Despite this, Putin's conciliatory tone towards the U.S. has raised eyebrows. Some analysts believe it signals a desire to reduce tensions. The ongoing war in Ukraine has put a strain on Russia's economy. Cooperation with the U.S. in the Arctic could offer a much-needed lifeline. Others, however, remain unconvinced. They point to Russia's continued military buildup in the Arctic. This includes the deployment of new icebreakers and the expansion of military bases. The situation is further complicated by the shifting political landscape in the U.S. The Trump administration's interest in Greenland raised concerns among Arctic nations. Some saw it as an attempt to assert American dominance. The current administration's stance on the Arctic remains to be seen. However, the potential for cooperation with Russia is likely to be met with resistance. The Arctic is a treasure trove of untapped resources. Beneath the ice lie vast reserves of oil, gas, and minerals. The melting ice caps have also opened up new shipping routes like the Northern Sea Route. This has the potential to revolutionize global trade. Russia is particularly keen to capitalize on these opportunities. Putin, in his Murmansk address, called for increased investment in Arctic infrastructure. This includes the expansion of northern ports and the development of a new merchant fleet. He also invited international companies to participate in joint ventures. This message was echoed by Kirill Dmitriev, Putin's envoy for foreign investment. Dmitriev highlighted the potential for U.S. Russia cooperation in logistics and other sectors. However, the war in Ukraine casts a long shadow over these economic aspirations. Sanctions imposed on Russia have made it difficult to attract foreign investment. Dmitriev acknowledged this obstacle. He stressed that the war needs to end before any meaningful economic cooperation can take place. The Arctic is no longer the exclusive domain of a few Arctic nations. The region's growing importance has attracted the attention of global powers like China. This has led to the emergence of a multipolar Arctic. This new reality demands a different approach, one based on cooperation and dialogue. Putin, in his Murmansk speech, alluded to this changing dynamic. He spoke of the need for a new world order, one where different countries can coexist and collaborate. This vision, however, is at odds with Russia's actions in Ukraine. The invasion has heightened tensions and undermined trust between nations. Public opinion in Russia reflects this uncertainty. While some welcome the prospect of U.S. Russia cooperation in the Arctic, others remain skeptical. The war in Ukraine has fueled anti-Western sentiment. This makes it difficult to envision a future where the two countries can work together as partners. The Arctic, once a symbol of cooperation, has become a microcosm of global tensions. The future of the region hangs in the balance. Will it be defined by collaboration or competition? The answer to this question will have profound implications for the world.